What if one book can completely shift how you see yourself in your entire world? What if one book can change your life instantly? Well, these books did exactly that for me. So if you're ready for a mindset growth and life transformation, I invite you to stay with me. Hi everyone, my name is Uliana and welcome to my channel. Today I want to share something very personal and truly transformational. I want to share with you the books that completely changed my life instantly after I read them and of course implement the principles in these books. I truly believe that these books not only change me, my surroundings, my career, my living situation, but they also shift my life timeline to another life timeline, to another life timeline, right? I truly believe it. And I really hope that this book's gonna do the same for you. So if you're ready to shift your mindset, grow spiritually, and transform your life, you're in the right place. Let's get started. So the first book, it's The Power of Now by Eckhart Tolle. And I purchased this book 10 years ago. However, I read it, like fully read it 8 years ago because 10 years ago, I was 22, 22, 23 at the time. And when I started reading the book, he's talking about like this voices in your head. And I'm like, voices in my head? That's kind of like scary stuff. So I put it on a shelf and I left it for 2 years. Little did you know that in that 2 year period, I got my very first and very severe panic attacks. Like crazy panic attacks, crazy anxiety attacks. And then I realized that those voices in my head that he talked about it, I have them too, like all of us have. And at that time, I reached to this book. And I can truly say that this book, at that point of my life, in combination with hot yoga and other stuff, truly saved my life, truly saved me from panic attacks and anxiety. Because if you had panic attacks, you know that sometimes when you are waiting and you know that they're gonna come, that's even worse than the panic attacks itself. That waiting for them to happen, it's really hard. And if you struggle with it, my heart goes to you. So I started reading this book and it really helped me because in this book he teaches how powerful present moment is. And only in present moment we can feel at peace. And one of the quotes, not the quotes, but ideas that he said that absolutely blew my mind, and I still thinking about it till now, it's if you feel anxiety, tension, and worry, this is because you live in the future. So you always worried, you have anxiety about what's gonna happen, when's gonna happen, with whom it's gonna happen. Now, if you feel guilt, regret, and sadness, that's mean that you live in the past, right? Because you keep ruminating on those things that happened to you in the past, what you did, what you said, what you didn't say, didn't do. And only in the present moment, it's where you can find the liberation. So what I did at that point of time when I start to having panic attacks and anxiety, I start to practice what he says in this book. And he said that you have to just sit still and say, okay, I am here, I'm present. Like when you go to sit in the car, when you close the car door, you sit down and you said, I'm here, I'm present, I'm alive. And another thing that I practiced from this book, by the way, he has another book. It's called The Power of Now, Practicing the Power of Now. So these two books. So another powerful things that I learned from these books is when I, even right now, when I have these moments of upcoming anxiety and I start worry or regret something, especially when I have fear. I think fear is the strongest feelings that we feel that can trigger anxiety or panic attacks. My panic attacks was strictly fear induced. Like I had such a horrible fear that I didn't know what to do with it. And what I did, what I learned from this book, that I sit down and I said to myself, okay, at this very moment, I am in my home, I have my body. Everything's okay. Nothing what I'm imagining is happening. I'm good. I'm good. I'm in the present moment. At this very moment, nobody's dying. I'm not dying. I'm alive. And it's like, help me to anchor present moment, anchor present moment. So I truly recommend this book, guys, especially if you struggle with anxiety and panic attacks. You would love these books. So the second book I recommend to you guys, and I guarantee you that it will change your life completely, instantly, is The Four Agreements by Don Miguel Ruiz. And this is such a small book. It's only 200 pages. It's very little. But oh boy, how powerful this book is. I think the first time I read it, I actually reread it right after, because very simple, very to the point, understandable, and very actionable. Everything what he says here, you can do it. And this book, it's about four agreements. Well, actually, when you're gonna start reading it, you're gonna understand the whole history about Toltec. Um, uh, However, it doesn't matter for this video. For this video, what is matter that following these four agreements will absolutely change your mind, even change your life, even if you're just gonna follow one. For example, the first agreement from this book, it's be impeccable with your word. And what does it mean? That whatever you say to yourself out loud or in your inside, it's matter. So how you talk to yourself, how you talk to the world, how you talk to your friends, family, co-workers, it's all matters. So if you are saying bad stuff about yourself, like you're stupid, you're not good enough, you're not beautiful enough, you're not fit enough, it doesn't matter you say it out loud or inside yourself, it's affecting your life, it's affecting you. And you are become what you think about it. So if you think about it that you are not enough, you not smart enough, not beautiful enough, that will affect your life and that will become your reality. The second agreement, it's don't take anything personally. And oh my God, I have to remind myself this very often, that how people act, it's not me, it's not about me, it's about them and it's who they are. But sometimes it's hard, I understand, especially if those people who are affecting you or saying something to you, it's a very close people to you. So it can be hard and I completely understand. But again, reading this book changed my life. Actually, after this book, I fell in love so much that I actually purchased the fifth agreement. After that, I purchased the Mastery of Love. Oh my God. This book, I remember after reading this book, I even like record myself saying what loves mean to me, how I want to express love and give love and receive love. It really impacted me a lot. And I also bought The Voice of Knowledge. But again, this is all add-ons, guys, right? If I can recommend the only one, it's of course going to be The Four Agreement. If you thinking about what else, of course, I would say The Mastery of Love. So these two, highly recommend. You're going to love it. And if you're going to follow even one agreement from this book, change your life instantly. The third book is The Miracle Morning by Hal Elrod. And this book is, again, completely changed my life. And I can officially say that this particular book, it's made me morning person. Before this book, I didn't was a morning person. I wake up like, I don't know, 9, 10, whatever. But with this book, I became a morning person. So in this book, the main idea is if you win your morning, you basically win your life. And he helped you to establish great, successful morning routine. He talks about saviors, 6 actions that you can do every morning to win your life. And at that time, I just started meditation. So for silence, I use application Breath. And there you can find 6 minutes to 10 minutes meditation. I liked it. Affirmations. I actually wrote myself affirmations and I just read them. I spent like 6 to 10 minutes of meditation, 5 minutes affirmation. Then I did 5 minutes visualization about not just my day, but mostly my day, because I work very high demanding job. So I wanted to be not too stressed. So I visualized my day ahead and a little bit of my life, like my house, like whatever you want to visualize. For the exercise, that was one thing that I couldn't like exercise because it was 4:30 in the morning. So I just do a little bit like of stretching here and there. And then for reading, since that time, since that time, every morning, ever since, for 30 minutes, I read the book. I read the book, it's my time, I have my coffee, my book, and I read for at least 30 minutes. On the weekends, I can splurge and read for 40 minutes. And scribing, it's actually like writing and journaling. I started doing that for 3.5 months consistently, but I wouldn't say that journaling still a thing for me personally. I know a lot of people like it and really benefit from it. I try to do it, but I feel in my brain I can process more if I'm just thinking about. I sometimes do voice records or just um, phone notes, but I still journaling here and there. But again, if you don't have morning routine, if you want to have one, it doesn't have to be complicated. He give you exact steps, how to do it, what to do it, and if you follow it, again, it's gonna completely change your life. Of course, it's not like spiritual, transformational, like in the books, like Power of Now, the Four Agreements, but it's very transformative if you follow it. And finally, I have all 3 books by Dr. Joe Dispenza. And I know that he wrote actually 4 books, but his first book about his physical injury, about his spine injury. And I picked this 3 because I want actual tangible steps. What can I do to implement in my life? So the first book, it's You Are the Placebo. It's absolutely fascinated me how we as a humans can make ourselves sick by thought alone. So what still shocking me is the story from this book about the man that doctors diagnosed with cancer and gave him like months to live, and he died on the clock exactly in that time that doctor told him to do. And when they did biopsy on him, he actually didn't have a cancer, but he died on the exact same time that doctors told me that he's going to die because he believed. So he actually died by belief alone. So Dr. Joe argues in this book and kind of suggests you to think about it. If the thoughts can make you sick, can they actually make you healthy? And so many times over in his research and other research, the scientists prove that absolutely your thoughts can make you healthy and absolutely make you sick. So if you have some kind of health issues, maybe like chronic diseases or autoimmune, or just maybe something simple like skin acne, well, it's not very simple for me, it's like a big thing. I would highly recommend to read this book. And one of the most important lessons from this book is that our body is absolutely a pharmacy of chemicals that can absolutely heal us and make us healthy again. The second book is Breaking the Habit of Being Yourself. And I think this is the fundamental book of understanding why you and your reality it is as it is at the present moment. And in this book, he explains that your personality creates your personal reality. And if you want to change your personal reality, you first have to change your personality. And in the modern world right now, actually not our personality creating our personal reality, but most of the time our personal reality and shifting our personality to who we are believing we are, who we are becoming. So it's working in an opposite direction, and it's working as a loop that your personal reality dictates you who you are. And because of that, you create more of the personal reality that you don't actually like. And one of the fundamental teachings of this book is to change is to be greater than your environment. And it's very hard sometimes when you live so many years with the same habits, beliefs, people around you. But if you want something more of your life, you have to be greater than your environment. And in this particular book, Dr. Joe gives you exact steps, exact meditation routines, preparation for the meditations, how to do them, and how to break the habit of being yourself. And final book, it's Becoming Supernatural, again by Dr. Joe Dispenza. And first time, actually, I start my Dr. Joe Dispenza journey from this book. I read it first time probably like 7 years ago. And I remember it also was kind of scary for me because some of the stories from this book kind of can, like, I don't want to say freak you out, but you're like, is this real? Uh, so yeah, you definitely probably need to build yourself up to it, but I didn't. And after this I purchased these two, but this book I listened 3 times and read 3 times also. So I read paper copy 3 times and I listened to it 3 times, because as Dr. Joe Dispenza says, that this information that's present in his teachings, knowledge, books, it's so much easier to forget than to remember. And we are operating so much on autopilot in our everyday life that you have to constantly remind yourself who you want to be, who you no longer want to be, what your reality that you want to have, and what the reality that you don't want to live in. And it takes times and practice to change that. And from these books became my whole journey, to like true journey, when it was not just the knowledge but the practice, to truly liberate myself from all the limitations of my mind, liberate myself from all of the old beliefs and patterns and automatic habits that I really didn't like and didn't know how to break them. These books truly showed me what the possibilities, what's the possibilities that you can have if you truly make a decision to change yourself and change your life. And if you can pick any book from my list, I would suggest you to pick this or this or this one, because his work will never leave you the same after reading it. You will change, and with that change you're gonna change your personal reality. So yeah, so that's my books. That's my absolutely favorite books, and it was so hard for me to honestly make this video because I love reading books, and as you can tell, I have so many books. And don't get me wrong, it's so many wonderful books there. For example, like Think Like a Monk or The Biology of Belief. They all very important, very transformative books. But I pick this particular because after reading them and following the steps and actionable steps from the books, I truly saw how my life changed. And I wish you can pick at least one of these books and read it and transform your life. And if that happened, I would please ask you to share with me your experience and what did you feel and how did your life change, because it will change, I know for sure. So that's it, you guys. Thank you so very much for watching. And if you read any of these books already, please share your thoughts in the comment down below. I would love to hear your thoughts and what do you think, which one of them changed your life the most, or Maybe you have some other books that I should read for sure. I would love to hear that too. I think it's very important to build a community with the same-minded people, where we have the same interests and eager to grow and change and evolve. I would love that. I would love to have this community here. And if you like the video, please hit the thumbs up and hit the subscribe button. I would really appreciate it. My purpose and desire for this channel is just to bring knowledge, tools, and practices that will help you the same as they did help me to break through my limitations, break through limiting beliefs, and transform truly my life. Help me to create the life that I love. Help me to break that personal reality and reshape my personality so I can create the more abundant and joyful personal reality. So if you like to see more content, please also let me know in the comment below. I hope you have a great day. It was very nice talking to you guys. Have a great day. Bye.